Next is Senator Kavindu. Senator Agnes Kavindu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to lay my motion before this Senate. Compensation to the Kenyan victims of 1998 bombing of the United States Embassy in Nairobi. Mr. Speaker, I lay to give notice to the following motions. That aware that disaster is defined as an overwhelming event and circumstance that tests the adaptation of response of the community and individuals beyond their capability and leads momentarily to massive disruption of functions for the community and individuals that often exceed their capability to cope with using existing resources. Further aware that such was the case in the 1998 US Embassy bomb disaster in Nairobi, in which many of the Kenyan casualties resulted from the collapse of an adjacent building located within a 2 to 3 blocks radius, and with reverberation being felt by most parts of the Nairobi that resulted to 213 Kenyans and 12 Americans killed and over 500 citizens of both countries being seriously injured, noting that US allies, including Kenya, have endured a great burden of death and long-term and, in many instances, permanent physical and psychological injury. Further noting that the United States government has since compensated some of the victims and families of US citizens, leaving families of Kenyan citizens and certain other victims uncompensated. Now, therefore, the Senate resolves that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, 1, advance a friendship with cooperation between the United States and the Kenyan by supporting the eligibility of Kenyan and American victims and their personal representatives, surviving spouses, and next of kin in the Victim Compensation Fund pursuant to the Justice for United States, victims of United States-sponsored terrorist acts, and 2, partner with the Ministry of Health and explore subsidized medical treatment for the surviving victims of the bomb blast. Mr. Speaker, sir, this issue...
that's enough for now, because you
okay, Mr. Speaker, but this issue has taken 24 years. And so I pray and I plead with you, where you take it, they take it with so seriousness and act on it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator.